I'm Evie Whitaker. I teach 5th grade at Owens Crossroads School in Owens Crossroads, Alabama. Today I'd like to tell you about a best practice that I use in my classroom to teach my students about American history, and that's simulations. I conduct a week-long simulation in my classroom to teach my students about the Civil War. What I use as a resource for this activity is the book Easy Simulations, Civil War by Tim Bailey, and this is published by Scholastic. In this book, you will need to reproduce the student journal and also the North and South roll packets. Another thing that's not in this book is I create a list of vocabulary, terms, and phrases for my students to use in their journal writing each day to make it more authentic. To begin the simulation, you have to divide your students into North and South. At this point, the students will choose a role, and they also choose a spokesperson for their group. The teacher reads a scenario each day, and the group has to decide what action they will take. There are consequences based on the actions that they take. For example, the soldiers may be walking down a road and hear a noise in the bushes. They have three choices. They can fire into the bushes without knowing what's there. They can send a scout ahead to see what's there, or they can simply keep walking along the road. The consequence of firing into the bushes without knowing what's there may be that they wound or kill a fellow soldier or officer. If they send a scout ahead, they may find that it's simply a cow in the bushes. Other scenarios may result in the soldiers being injured. Students really like this part. When they have a flesh wound, they have a head injury, they have to have a limb amputated, they really get into that sort of thing. At the end of each day, they do write in their journal to record the day's events. They're writing from the perspective of the Civil War soldiers, so they may write home to their mother or father. They may describe how terrible the war is, how hungry they are, how much they miss home, and they try to include as many of the Civil War terms and phrases in their journal writing each day as they can, again, to make the writing more authentic. The success that I've found with the simulations is that it is very engaging for all of my students. They're very interested. They look forward to the part of the day where we do the simulation. Other benefits are that students think and write from a different viewpoint. They begin to think somewhat like a historian, and through the fun of the simulation, they are learning about the Civil War.